Welcome everyone to my channel. My name is Eve. For any further information on all of the sessions that I offer, if you're interested in the classes and previous lectures, please visit my website below. On my website, I have probably 30 or more attunements, which are a deeper form of meditation. It's one of my specialties and my gifts, and I highly recommend that you check them out because deep meditation and attunements are one of the greatest tools for more advanced spiritual ascension. If you want to advance your soul growth, attunements, meditations, personal affirmations, bringing these in on a daily basis, making it part of your routine is going to become very significant. I can't remember whose video I was listening to, probably years ago, where the channeled message from the lady Portia was, do you feed your spiritual body as often as you feed your physical? And when you are able to recognize that and to do it, you will see your life grow exponentially. Now, for those of you that want to jump on my Instagram or follow me there, that information will be below as well. I post several messages a week following the cycle of Mercury right now and following also the cycle of Venus. So these are messages around communication, around love, abundance, and creativity. And the last announcement I wanted to make is I've decided to have my next lecture on the third of these 3 eclipses, which will be Sunday, July 5th. This is the last lunar eclipse in the sign of Capricorn. It is the culmination and the wrapping up of a 2+ year cycle across the signs of Cancer and Capricorn. It's going to be a very, very powerful eclipse and a powerful day. So I invite you to check out the link below and the information that I will have posted. Reach out to me directly if you're interested. I'm going to be doing some very personal guidance messages that day, along with the astrology and the numerology. So let's get started here. For this beautiful solar eclipse in Cancer, which is number 7 of 8 eclipses across Cancer and Capricorn, it will be the last solar eclipse. Therefore, it's going to be a very powerful one for so many different reasons. Number 1, it is occurring late at night on June 20th. If you are here on the Pacific side of the United States, going west towards Hawaii and Australia, it will be on the 20th. If you are in the Mountain Time, Central or European Time, you will be experiencing this eclipse on Sunday the 21st, which happens to be Father's Day. And then on Saturday the 20th, it's also the summer solstice. Isn't that beautiful? We have a solar eclipse in the solstice energy and in recognition of all of the beautiful fathers that walk this earth. So I see that as a very humbling and very deeply family-oriented energy, with the recognition that as we look out into the world, when we're looking at the sign of Cancer, it represents looking at Earth as our family, the human collective as our family, all of nature as our family. Cancer is the sign of true nourishment and love. And the moon is the luminary that rules the sign of Cancer. Therefore, Cancer is that energy of pure heart love, how we love through our family dynamics, our birth family and the family we create, and then how we love through our soul family and our friends that become part of our larger tribe, so to speak. And what I wanted to name this solar eclipse in Cancer is it's the stargate opening into the cosmic heart of love. because this is a stargate and it is a very, very powerful one. The last time we had an eclipse, almost at the exact same moment, was June 21st, 2001. That was 19 years ago. You may even want to reflect back. Look back at what was going on in the earth at that time. Well, 2001 was a very big change in the world, wasn't it? With the Twin Towers and everything that happened that preceded that and came after that. So a lot changed in the world in the year of 2001. And we are also now in the year 2020 at another great time of very profound change on a global scale. And Cancer is one of the energies of that global scale. So that's all I wanted to say about the astrology. In the pick of cards here, I would like you to follow your inner heart guidance and look at the emphasis being the expansion of our heart. Where are we going next on our journey of love? Because that's what this solar eclipse is promising, the further expansion of our journey into greater love. Love of ourselves, love of our family, our soul family, and our planetary family. So I want to show you the 3 card decks here, and I am using The Secret Language of Light by Denise Jarvie. And the other cards I will be using are the Lover's Path Tarot, my very new deck, which is, I'm using it here for the first time, by Tori Hartman, the Chakra Wisdom Tarot, beautiful deck. The Whispers of Love, the Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco, which I'm also using, I think, for the first time or the second. And then the Animal Spirit Guidebook. So I'm pulling on a lot of different messages here for everyone. So let's look at which pile we want to choose here. The very first one is Nourish. And the stone that I picked is a green Aventurine, or it's almost like a green agate. Not sure that that is Aventurine, but it's a heart stone, so it's about love. And the card is Nourish. So choose the pick a card based on either the stone that's calling to you or the picture. The second pile is a beautiful, almost crystalline clear fluorite. And fluorite is wonderful for the third eye and the crown chakra. And the message here is divine animals, and it is number 22. And it's beautiful. We have the heart right there. And then the third deck, or the third pile, I have a lovely rose quartz. And the message is Soul Song, with a beautiful angel at the top there. So sit back, take a deep breath in and out, and choose whichever pile is resonating with you. And then we will get started with pile number 1. So for those of you that chose deck number 1, we have the word nourish. So many different messages here. It's about nourishment at every level, starting with self-nourishment in terms of how well are you nourishing your body with nutrition? What are you eating? What are you ingesting? What are you drinking? How are you nourishing your mind, your emotions, and your spirit? This is an all-encompassing message telling you or instructing you that you're on a journey right now into the cosmic heart of love, where it means you need to nourish every part of your being. And I love this because right above the earth, what I'm seeing there is the North Star. And the North Star is the direction that you are meant to follow right now. So it's looking to that star at night in the heavens. The other message with this is about nourishing the planet and Gaia, Gaia is the soul of the earth. Connecting with Gaia's soul, with the earth matrix, connecting more with the earth, being out in nature and listening to what beautiful Gaia and the earth is wanting to bring to you. So what I'm seeing here is one of your biggest guidances is listening to Mother Earth and making a discerned or concerted effort to connect with her and be out meditating on the earth and with the earth as much as possible. And you can also do this like I do it by lighting candles, meditating with my crystals. It's bringing the earth with me wherever I go and just visualizing her beautiful energy beneath my feet. Even when I'm indoors, I do that visualization. But one of the beautiful messages that we get from this card is it's time to play. It's time to honor your temple, your body, for it is the physical manifestation of your soul. And in doing so, you are honoring the earth, for she is the physical manifestation of Gaia. One of the questions here is, how grateful are you to yourself? How much gratitude do you practice that is self-directed? And how much gratitude do you practice for the food you bring into your body every day, for the beautiful miracles that you see on a daily basis? So there's an element of gratitude here as well as play. What she wants to let you know or to remind you of is that worthiness and ease are your birthright. You are creating beauty, intimacy, and deeper connections with Gaia and your higher self by just playing on the earth. Wherever it is you play, but it's time to relax and recognize that life is not meant to be all about seriousness and a career and having abundance. It's about recognizing the full beauty of this amazing planet that you live on and breathing that beauty in. On this planet, all is forever moving into more and more love. And if you need some extra inspiration in your life, call on Gaia to inspire you onto a new pathway, and she will be your guide. Now let's look at the tarot messages here to give us some extra guidance, because nourish is the overriding message here. Nourishment down to the deepest levels of our being. So the tarot cards I'm pulling out, and I'm going to put them all out together. We have the Magician, the Nine of Swords, and the Six of Cups from the Chakra Tarot deck. And then the clarifiers from the Lover's Path to the Magician are the Queen of Staves, which is the Queen of Wands. For the Nine of Swords, the Four of Coins, which is the Four of Pentacles. And then the 10 of Staves, or the 10 of Wands, for the Six of Cups. So these are the clarifying cards. And then at the end, we have from the Whispers of Love as extra clarification, appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. So it's about being in the moment, and also how I said about the nourishment, recognizing the gratitude in every breath you take and in every leaf upon this earth. And the other message from the Whispers of Love is to focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. I felt like I needed to put it this way. Beautiful. And then we'll leave the last two cards to the end here. So let's clarify the tarot cards. The Magician, in this deck, she works with the chakras. So the first two cards, the Magician and the Nine of Swords, are the sacral chakra, or the second chakra. The Magician is presenting the Fool, or the divine feminine here, or masculine, whoever it is who's watching, with the wand, the alchemical wand, the magician's wand, to create whatever it is you want to manifest. So in the traditional tarot, the magician himself is often represented by the god Mercury, the great messenger god. And so when the magician comes into a spread, it tells you something is coming in pretty quickly, but it's also showing you that this is a time for you to embody magic in your life, to embody your ability to co-create with the creator and to be a manifester. But in order to do that, you have to learn how to alchemize things and to become the manifester. You have to learn the tools to apply towards that manifestation. Thus, the magician here is showing you that on your journey of love here, in order to learn the true magic that you want to embody, the sacral chakra, which is the second chakra, is ruled by the moon, and it rules our emotions. You cannot learn what you want to learn unless you are willing to go through your emotional body and embody and recognize your emotions. It's not about repressing your emotions. It's about just the opposite, really considering your emotions and what they are trying to tell you. That's how the magician is working here. And then the Queen of Staves, which is the Queen of Wands, is clarifying again that to become the magician, and as you're becoming the magician, what you are creating ultimately is the Queen of Staves. And even in this card, notice how she is holding the fire in her hands, which is also alchemy. And next to her is the wand, the sacred magical wand. So these cards are in absolute alignment. And I know why I needed to put this card below it now, because the final clarifier here is focusing on love and really recognizing all of the beautiful attributes that you have within you, that your emotional body is filled with everything you need. And when you work with it and you acknowledge your emotional body without feeding the drama of it, because drama usually comes in when we allow our emotional bodies to be out of balance, when all we do is feed the more negative emotions. And I don't even want to call them negative emotions. It's the emotions that are out of balance. And when we feed those, then we're not going to become the magician. So this is about feeding the positive emotions within you of self-love, recognizing your self-worth, recognizing the many gifts that you have, because the magician is pointing to you your gifts, to find what your natural gifts are. What are the skills that you already have? And it's time to now apply those skills in this solar eclipse cycle and in the summer solstice. So we have two time periods that are signified by that. The summer solstice is a 3-month window and a solar eclipse is a 6-month window. So in the next 3 to 6 months, these are the tools that you are going to be working on to be creating greater nourishment in your life. And the Nourish card also means you want to feel far more happy with your life, and you want to be able to truly play, because play is about living life in a place of joy and happiness. Play is the playground of your inner child. And the Queen of Wands is telling you that you're going to get there. But you're going to get there by becoming the queen. You sit on the throne of your own imagination and creativity, which is the Wands. And you sit on the throne of you're in control and you're in mastery of your emotional body here. And you're doing so by recognizing all of the beautiful attributes that you have and not denying them anymore. And in the process, you're also acknowledging the beautiful attributes in the diversity of life on the earth. So this is a card of diversity, loving the diversity that exists with all of the different species on this earth and within the human collective itself. And when you honor that, you honor yourself. So it's looking for the good in every person and also the good in every situation. That is going to enable your true magician to come forward. Now let's move to the other two messages here, which are the Nine of Swords. Now that's so different from the magician, yet at the same time, it's instructing you that in order to embody the inner magician, you cannot ignore your mental pain. Some of you may be in a time of depression right now. Maybe you're dealing with inner anxiety. Perhaps there has been a great loss that you have gone through, a loss of a loved one, a loss of a relationship, a loss of a job or an opportunity. Maybe you're simply recognizing that there is inner depression that you have been in denial of, and it's time to face that now. It's not about resisting the pain. It's about actually acknowledging it. Because in this card of the Nine of Swords, her head is down, but the swords are above her, and they are lit up actually. So she's in that moment where she's breathing it in. She's not resisting it. She's not denying it anymore. She's allowing herself to fully feel it because she knows in her heart that this too shall pass. So it's recognizing that whatever losses or pain that we have been through, that when we bring it into our heart and we feel it through and we allow ourselves to go through the pain, we actually come through onto the other side. And we know that it will not last forever. In fact, it won't, because from the Nine of Swords, we go to the Ten of Swords, and then the journey is complete. And part of the journey for the becoming the magician and also the Queen of Staves is acknowledging our mental body. And I'm also seeing that with the Nine of Swords, I think it's the card of self-doubt. It's not only about loss and inner anguish or depression. It could be where you're really doubting your pathway, whether you've made the right decisions and the right choices, and you're not sure which direction to take. Well, when we meet up with the Nine of Swords, she's saying it's time to go into inner meditation and inner reflection, to rest and recuperate and regenerate until you can come out and get onto the other side of this. And the extra clarification for it is the Four of Coins, which is the Four of Pentacles. And the other message I'm seeing here is that what you want to build is a very solid foundation of creativity and finances and job. So for many of you, this could be speaking about financial well-being, job opportunities, a home, because the four in the tarot is about a safe home, a solid foundation. It's financial and it's also family. And I'm feeling here that there's three categories that are coming in here. One, it's about love, because this is also the second chakra, which is romance and relationship. And some of you have perhaps gone through a relationship where there's been deep love that was lost. But you know what the beauty here is? If you have felt great loss and great pain over this love that is left, that shows you that your capacity to love is also very, very great. That you have a beautiful heart space. And so please know that your capacity then to bring in a new love is going to be even greater than the one that has left, okay? And then for those of you where it's about finances, a career opportunity, something around opportunity that you're worried about, you're not sure if it's gonna come through, or there was a loss, please know that I feel like something's going to shift here. A new opportunity is going to come in, or perhaps it's only your inner doubt that's interfering, that you're afraid you're going to lose it, and the Four of Coins is actually telling you you're not. Okay? It's just your inner fear that has been taking over here. Okay? Now there's many different scenarios I'm seeing here, so please choose the one that resonates. And then I'm also getting a family situation here where there's fear of a loss of a family member, or where perhaps a family member actually has passed. There could be a death here. Not for all of you. I think that might be just for one or two people that something's happening there. And the Four of Coins, believe it or not, is one of the cards of inheritance. So perhaps in this passing, there is money that is going to come in for you. Yes, it's coming in through death, but the person that is passing wants you to build a very beautiful foundation with this. They want you to look at their passing or this inheritance as a gift from the other side. Now, the Four of Coins can also be an opportunity of abundance that's not in the form of an inheritance. It could simply come from a family member or a friend, a gift from another, a mentor, someone that believes in you. And then appreciate this moment is connected to that. It's saying give gratitude for what is coming to you, what you are going to receive, so that you can build a more solid financial foundation and a more solid career foundation. And I'm getting a very interesting message suddenly that this has to do with a pregnancy for someone, that maybe you've been trying and you're just wondering if it's even possible anymore. And I want you to get out of your mind and go here to the Four of Coins and to appreciate everything you have, to give gratitude, because I think it is possible you can get pregnant. That's a message for one person, I feel. And maybe you're someone who's had a loss, no pregnancy is taken yet, but please have hope is what I'm getting. And then, boy, I'm getting so many messages. This is going to be a long video. Sorry, guys and gals. The Four of Coins here can be that the loss is a marriage or a relationship where you were in this relationship for the wrong reasons. Okay. For some of you, what I'm seeing is maybe it started off as love, but then it became controlling, and you were in a marriage that was based more on success and career and finances, and somehow the love was lost, or the love got put into the closet, that something happened here, that the man or the person you married, whether it was a man or a woman, that they didn't end up becoming what you thought it was going to be. Something changed here. Okay, one or both of you moved away from where the relationship was originally. And so that's what the loss is that you are feeling. Okay, so let's move on to what the last message here is. A Six of Cups. Okay, before I get there though, the last message I have for a whole nother stream of you, a group of you, is that this Nine of Swords and Four of Coins, and they appreciate this moment, is a lost love. Someone who chose someone else over you, and they even married them, or they've been in a long-term relationship with them. Okay? And this might be telling you that they are no longer married to that person, or they are leaving that relationship, or they already have. No matter what, it is so important that you appreciate everything in your life, okay? Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow. Everything in life gives you an opportunity to grow. It gives you an opportunity to look at things from different perspectives. And this message, more than anything else, is telling you that the opportunity in everything here that you have been through is self-growth and building greater self-love. love and finding the love that you have always wanted in the depth of your hearts. Do not give up on that, okay? Sometimes the love does not look like what you think it's going to look like, though, right? Here she is with a little dragon. So sometimes that true love comes in a form that you did not expect, right? And that we have the 6 of Cups and the 10 of Staves. And there's a couple messages here. The 6 of Cups in this deck has so many messages, but it's about the third eye and the crown chakra, and the color is purple. And the message is expansion. So we've now left the moon energy, and we're going into the planet Jupiter. We're expanding our heart. We're expanding our ability to love. Why? Because we've learned so much through loss and anxiety. And we've learned so much through building our skill set, through recognizing what our greatest gifts are. We are becoming, and we have become, the magician. And that means that now we can claim the 6 of Cups. And the 6 is the number of relationship and of coming into harmony with relationships in our life, whether that's a romantic one or it's a familial one, because the 6 of Cups speaks usually about family members coming back into union with one another, family harmony returning, or the possibility of that, because the loss could also be around family disharmony as well. And then the 6 of Cups is a message of coming into romantic union, that someone from your past could be returning to your life. And it could have been someone that you lost in the past to someone else, that just they married somebody else. But it could also be an old friend returning, where they're returning this time and you recognize a love that you did not see there before. It's a beautiful message. And what I like about the 6 of Cups, it's a message of fulfillment in love. And it's time to embrace that. And the 10 of Staves, or the 10 of Wands, is telling you that you've reached a place of completion now in your life. And that upon that completion, upon that end of that journey, you now get to have your 6 of Cups. And you get to have what you want, okay? Which in this card is she's looking into that beautiful shell and she sees her future there. It's a beautiful, beautiful message. I hope you all can see that. And so with the 10 of Staves as well, it's time to honor your journey, to give gratitude for it, and to sit back now and be with everything that you have created. The 10 of Wands to me is a representation of enjoyment. And now we're going back to play. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Enjoy all of the things that you have created in your lifetime, because you have built a beautiful bonfire and you have lit that bonfire up. You have earned the Queen of Staves. You have earned that magical wand. Now let's look at the last 2 messages here. What is the gift from the animal kingdom? It is the swan. The swan is the state of grace. She is one of the 4 gatekeepers to the 5th dimensional world and the higher dimensions. And she is telling you that what you are achieving here, or what you have achieved and will achieve by the end of this 3 to 6 month journey, is the state of grace. Recognizing yourself as a beautiful white swan. And you may have started out as that ugly duckling, because in the story of the swan, she's this black little ugly duckling. And through the state of grace, which is the state of acceptance and gratitude and surrender, and simply loving everything that is, learning to flow with the rivers of life, she becomes the white swan of spirit. She attains the state of grace, which, by the way, is one of the highest states that one can achieve. And the swan medicine also speaks of the twin flame and the twin ray journey, coming into sacred union within yourself and into sacred union with a beloved, which is what I'm also seeing in the Six of Cups. Okay, let's look at the last message of guidance from the Queen of the Moon Oracle card. Well, I don't think I have to say anything else. It's nourishment, so we complete it just as we began. However, in this one, there is a timing. It's the waxing crescent, but it's number 5. And I want to look at the timing with that in 2 different ways. The waxing crescent is always the preceding 7 to 10 days following a new moon. And so we know the new moon is on the night of the 20th and 21st of June. So 7 days out would be the 27th, 28th, or the end of June if we want to make it 10 days out. So the very end of June would be that waxing crescent. However, it's number 5 in this deck. So that could be pointing you to the 5th waxing crescent, which would mean 5 months out. That perhaps this journey you're on here in its fullness is going to be a 5-month journey in its totality. Now, the other numbers I'm getting with this, because in this deck I look at time frames and numbers are very significant. We have the 7th day of the month, the 7th month of the year, which is July, and we're around the corner from that. We have the number 7 days from now, and also 7 weeks. Okay, deck number 1. Now with the nourishment card, the last message I want to leave you with is in this picture. The question that she's asking of you is, look at what you eat. Is everything you eat nourishing you? We don't all need the same foods. Some of us need to be far more plant-driven. Others of us need to be more paleo, and others of us need more Mediterranean diets. Are you drinking enough water? Because I'm getting a lot of messages about liquid here, a lot of liquid messages, and the swan is a water being, an element of water here. Are you getting enough water, enough emotional nourishment, and enough liquid nourishment and alkaline water? Okay, and enough spiritual nourishment. So those are the questions I want to leave you with, and I hope this was very helpful. For pile number 2, the message is divine animals, and the stone is fluorite. You know, I've never ever pulled this card before. It's a beautiful card. A lot of messages here. Well, the sacred number 22 speaks to self-mastery. Just like 11 is more about manifestation and showing you that deep change is afoot and around you in your life, 22 is very much about self-mastery and recognizing that within you, you contain the inner master, just like the lion. So the lion here is a representation of connecting deeper with your inner lion or your lioness, the leadership skills as well as the inner creativity that you possess. And of course, the lion medicine is one of the messages about connecting with our personal power and our inner sovereignty, because lion in the animal kingdom is the representation of personal sovereignty. And how in this picture, when we hold the lion and the animal, the divine animals in our hands, the representation of this is so many different messages. One, it's about holding animal medicine within our hands, working with animal medicine and guidance, recognizing how beautiful all of the different animal species on the planet are, and how the animals have so much to teach us. And one of the biggest messages that the animals give us is unconditional love, because animals don't have an ego. Yes, they have a bit of an ego in terms of survival. You know, they need to survive. However, they don't have what we call the negative ego. And therefore, apart from their survival needs, they simply are who they are. They don't have a need to wear a mask or present themselves as something other than they are. And so one of the greatest gifts that animals give to us, other than showing us what unconditional love feels like. They give us the message that we can be who we are. And animals are never going to judge us, right? So when you're around your animal, your pet, whether it's a cat or a bird or fish or dogs or whatever it is, horses, spend more time with your animals right now and over the summer, because the summer solstice and the eclipse are bringing in a 3 to 6 month window. And these messages here for you today are pretty much going to be what your guiding force is in these next 3 to 6 months. And a solar eclipse is about creating new beginnings in our life. And so the new beginnings that you want to create are, you want to create a deeper bond with the animal kingdom, whatever that means for you. You want to recognize the beautiful gifts and the lessons that animals have given to you. And then you want to embody your own inner animal and your own inner shapeshifter. I'm picking up a lot of Native American medicine here. And that for those of you that picked this pile, there could be a message that you want to go on an inner vision quest or the journey of the shaman to find what your sacred animal totems are. That it's a time for you to perhaps go it a little bit solo right now. That you're finding your inner animal speak here, and your inner leadership, the inner lion or lioness, and that creative zone as well. It's a beautiful message. And this is guiding you to your personal power, which is your cosmic heart, which sits above in your 8th, 9th, and 10th chakras and higher. That is your mission here. So let's look at the extra guidance from the tarot. We have the 8 of Wands, which in this deck is the first chakra, the ruby red. It's the chakra of abundance, of self-identity. Then we have the 3 of Coins, which is the solar plexus, and the 10 of Coins. So we have fire energy and we have earth energy. So the fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sag. The earth energies are Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. But then we also have the chakra energies of the first chakra, which is ruled by Mars. So it's our inner drive, vitality, and passion. But it can also speak to our needs about survival. So interesting, we have the animal medicine here. Because for some of us, maybe we have been in survival mode lately. And it's maybe looking at what part of your being still feels like it's in survival mode. Okay, so that's a question to ask yourself on this journey. Now, the first chakra is a very creative chakra. It's about embodying your inner passion, vitality, and drive. And I love it in the form of the 8 of Wands, because the 8 of Wands is telling you it's time to really do things in a big way. The 8 of Wands, I consider the 1, 6, and 8 of Wands, the 1, 4, 6, and 8 of Wands to be the most powerful of the wand deck in the tarot. The ones where we're not exhausted and putting so much in, we're not seeing a return to our effort, or we're feeling so exhausted. Because in the tarot, the wands are the hero's journey. And on that journey, the hero does have to face up against many different things that they didn't predict or see coming. And so the hero can often be in one of the wands where they're very tired, or there's fatigue that's happening. But with the 8 of Wands, this is the deck or the card of success. You have achieved the quest. And then the 9 and 10 are when the hero or the heroine is returning from the quest. But in the 8, there's that sense of success, that we got what we came for. And now it's time to sit back and drink from that cup. Okay, it's a beautiful card. And then the 3 of Coins and the 10 is speaking to the earth energies, but it's also the the solar plexus, which is the 3rd chakra, which is about self-empowerment, So there we're back to that message of sovereignty and self-empowerment. And the sacral chakra is about where does our joy live? How do we further access our inner power? And what does that look like? And I love this visual because she is holding their inner power in their hands, which tells you that the ultimate message is you have everything you want right before you here. Okay, so in the 3 of coins and the 10 of coins, we're going to get some extra clarifiers here. So let me start with the 8 of wands. So on the journey of the hero's success and wanting to come back with that success from the journey, we have the 6 of cups. So in this deck, the 6 of cups is interesting because it's the journey, I believe, I can't remember who it is. Is it Cupid? I think it might be, I'm not sure. However, the hero wants to return and enjoy the rewards with someone they truly love. So the hero or heroine, whether you're male or female, you're coming back with this amazing achievement. You want to present the person you love with this 8 of wands, with this 6 of cups, with this achievement. And you're hoping that this person that you want to bring this to is going to accept this offer. And I'm not seeing 100% that you're sure they're going to, because in this card specifically, he's coming towards her, but he's not sure she's going to accept it. It's like she's still holding on to resentment from the past. And the 6 of cups is a card of something that happened in the past. And so for this, the group that chose this card, perhaps you are coming back from a long journey and you've been away from someone you loved. Maybe you've been in quarantine. Maybe you've been on deployment. Maybe you've been on foreign travel for work for many, many months. And you've come back and you want to come back with a lot to show for it, but you're not sure the person is still there waiting for you. Okay? So there's that inner, perhaps slight anxiety that can be going on here with the 6 of cups. But ultimately it means that love is here and that the cups are all standing. And I do believe for many of you that the love is still there and that it will be received. However, you may need to sit down and have some very beautiful heart-to-heart conversations about what has transpired since you've been gone. And for others, this can be a message of an old love returning after many years as well. And so you do have to have those heart-to-heart conversations because so much has changed. So let's look at the clarifiers for the 3 of coins. We have the 9 of cups, which is beautiful next to the 6 of cups. You want your wishes fulfilled. You want all of your cups of love. And you want to share it with someone else. So the 3 of coins is also one of the tarot cards of sharing it with others. You want to share your abundance with someone else. You want to build this abundance with others. You want to do it with teamwork. So far, everything we're seeing here is about doing this together with another person or doing it also from a place of teamwork. That you want to build your wishes, your dreams, and your desires with a team of people. So this has 2 different messages here, or perhaps 2 different groups. For some of you, it is about this true love journey and about being with this true love here and sharing all of the abundance and the rewards and the heart-to-heart conversations. And for others, you're wanting to build your financial and career dreams, and you want to be doing it maybe with friends. Maybe you're going into partnership with friends, or the people you're working with feel like a family, and that you want to further this journey with this sacred family, that this is your wish and your dreams come true. No matter what, though, you need to do this with others, okay? So you need to build your dreams with other people. Let's look at the last card here, the Ace of Arrows, which is the Ace of Swords. And it's under the 10 of Coins, which is beautiful. I'm absolutely seeing here in the top 3 cards that abundance, a lot of abundance has been achieved. You've been a team player. You've been on a hero's journey. And I love this because you received the bounty or the treasure chest. The 10 of Coins is you're wanting to create that happy family together, perhaps with someone you're returning to or someone that you see in your future, but they don't know that you're choosing them, okay? They don't know it yet. And so you want to offer them communication. So the Ace of Arrows is a message. You want to be the messenger. You know what, though? The 3 of Coins is also a card of bringing messages to others, bringing a message of love, bringing a message of opportunity, fulfilling a wish not only for yourself but for somebody else. And what I love about this deck, or this pile in particular, is it really feels very heart-centered to me. Whoever chose this pile, I feel like you've done a lot of work on your emotional body and your heart, and that you come with a fullness of emotion and love, and that you want to share this love with your animals, with the world, with all of those that you truly love. And that includes a significant other, whether it's someone in your life right now or someone that's going to come into your life in the near future. Okay? But the Ace of Arrows means you need to let them know how you feel. You need to bring this message to them. Do not be shy with letting them know how you feel. Now, it can also represent here with these 2 cards that a message is coming to you. And that means when you're looking at this, that I want you to respond to that message. And please respond quickly to it. Don't leave it for a week or a couple weeks. If you want to sit on it for a day or 2 days, that's okay. But please do bring a nice, speedy response, especially if the message is one of an offering here, because you have so much to share. And you know, the 10 of Coins is a message of your dreams come true. And with the 9 of Cups here, everything you want is out there in the world. You just have to reach out and know that it's there and truly believe in it. So let's look at the last clarifiers here from the Whispers of Love. I love you. So these are important words that you need to tell the people you love, that you love them. You need to express that love to them. Don't hold back. Now, the other message I always get from that card, though, is self-love. So be willing to love yourself first so that you can bring that message of love to them. Remember in the beginning I said that I felt that some of you had been flying pretty solo for a while. You've been on a journey of deep self-exploration and self-love. Well, somewhere in these next so many months, you are going to be ready to share that love, to bring that love to a group of people or one person in particular. This could be a sacred beloved. This could be bringing that love to a family member or to the family, or it could be to friends. And the other guidance we have here is receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing that you love them. So yes, if the arrow and the 9 of Cups is being brought to you, receive it. Don't block it, okay? Because we're seeing a little bit of blocking here in this card from the divine feminine I'm getting in particular. And if you're a masculine listening to this, if you're receiving a message from a female or another male, if you're homosexual or gay, then look at their divine feminine self as maybe holding a little bit back here, and that you're just going to have to work a little bit with it. But guess what? You've achieved the Eight of Wands, so you know what hard work means. Absolutely. And I'm just letting you know that if someone's bringing an offer to you, open your hand to receive that beautiful snowflake and give love back with appreciation. So be open to receiving. Yeah, the peacock feathers in this card too. And the peacock feather is one of the biggest symbols of something very new coming in on the horizon. A beautiful new beginning, and I think it's a new beginning in love. But I'm aware with the coins here, it can also be a new beginning in career and with finances and in the family as well. So let's look at the last guidance. What beautiful animal medicine is with you? Wow, you have the card of spirit, the sea serpent. This is the world in the tarot deck. You are getting your wish, pile number 2. The world is being delivered to you. Let me just quickly look that up in here. The sea serpent. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful message. Let's see if I can find it here. There's a lot of cards here. Okay, let's get there. We have the dragon in here. The message is healing emotional wounds and expressing desires. Beautiful. Yep. Okay. So now we have that extra message that yes, there are perhaps some emotional wounds that you are still healing here around love. And that's why we see her there, holding on to him. He's behind her and her arm is there and she's facing away from him, but she hasn't moved away from him. So she's wanting to heal this, 6 of Cups. And so healing is coming in with the sea serpent and also expressing one's deepest desires. Our heart is at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. However, when it is activated, we have the power of forgiveness and we can bring in what we truly, truly want. We can express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame, and we know what we desire most. Our heart is at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. That is a beautiful message. And the last guidance from the Queen of the Moon Oracle is new beginnings, the new moon. There we go. So this tells me that there are new beginnings in love here. There are also new beginnings in creativity. And for those of you that were getting messages about your family, that there are new beginnings within the family as well. And I don't know that you have long to wait, because this is card number 2, and this is literally the new moon. And we are going into the new moon. So it could be two weeks from now, 2 months. It could be the second day of whatever month we're going into. So the next month would be the 2nd of July. Whatever the message 2 means for you. But for me, it's about relationships. I really think that this pile, it's about you coming into this beautiful relationship. And even though I'm aware that for some of you, it's about a beautiful, sacred business partnership, you can also apply it in that realm. Okay? So keep the communication open, please. That is the most powerful last advice I can give you. And I hope this was helpful. Thank you. For those of you that chose pile or deck number 3 with the rose quartz, the message is soul song. It's about following the song of your heart. See how the light is going from this person's heart up through the top of their head, through their higher chakras, and into the very highest dimensions where the angelic realm lives and where the cosmic heart of creation resides. I have a feeling that for those of you that chose pile number 3, that you are already meditators or you're seeking to deepen your meditative practice. You're yoga teachers, you take yoga, you're very into physical well-being and physical fitness. That's what I'm getting here, that you love to take walks in nature, to work with nature. You're very aligned with the natural kingdom. And for you, for all of you that chose 3, I feel like this message is just letting you know that you are moving to a higher frequency of your own individual soul song. And perhaps you're going to want to deepen your meditative time, lengthen it, maybe bring in some more spiritual tools here. And then for a smaller group of you that want to be on this journey, and perhaps you take yoga or you dabble with it a little bit here and there, but you really want to dive deeper into it, the message is it is time. Do not linger long. It's time to take action. Seek a meditation teacher if you need that extra help. Look on YouTube. There are wonderful meditation musics there, as well as guided meditations. Meditation does not have to be passive. It can be active while you're running, while you're walking, while you're bicycling, while you're swimming. But in order to make it an active meditation, don't listen to heavy metal, because that's not a meditation. Listen to music, perhaps without words, or gentle music, just a meditative sound while you're running or jogging. That's a way to invite in an active meditation. I tell so many of my clients, meditate while you're cooking, when you're in the shower, when you're doing your laundry, taking your animals out. There's so many instances throughout the day that we can meditate. And one of the fastest ways to get into it is put it on as you're getting unclothed, taking your makeup off if you're a woman, getting your pajamas on, and getting into bed, and fall asleep to it. So this is a time where you want to deepen your meditative experiences and maybe even take some more yoga classes or go see a yogi. I'm getting a message for some of you that you want to get your yoga license. So this is a confirmation to please go out and start doing that. See what classes or what teachers are resonating with you. Now, the message of the soul song is tune into the soundtrack of your life. Your song travels through light, and it is the background music of your life. Even if you can't hear your song with your physical ears, know that it exists. Your song is always resonating throughout the universe, along with the music of the spheres and the sound the universe made when it was born, the greatest song of all, Om. So the message here is Om, which is the sound of God, Goddess. You can tune into it through your heart and your throat. Be willing to live your life from your highest, most aligned, most loving perspective. The next song or piece of music that moves your inner world will help you to tune into your soul song. One of the ways to access this is to go into nature to find what that song is that wants to sing through you next. So let's look at the extra guided clarifiers here, as that was the overall message, that you are tuning even deeper in to your soul song. It's showing me also that you are accessing the higher dimensions of your soul at this time and throughout the next coming months. So from the Tarot, we have the Two of Cups, which is in this deck is the second chakra, the sacral chakra ruled by the heart. and the emotions and the moon. We have the Six of Wands, which is fire, and Jupiter. The color is purple, the third eye in the crown. And we have the Eight of Cups. And in this card, it's interesting. It has two different chakra colors. It's almost a blending of three. It has the red with the pink and the yellow orange. So I'm going to say this is four. So it's the first chakra, which is passion, vitality, and action. The second with the orange there in the background, which is emotional balance. The third, which is the solar plexus, wanting to be in one's self-empowerment. And then the fourth is the rose color, the light pink that we have in there, which is unconditional love. This Eight of Cups is unlike any I've ever seen. It's one of the most powerful Eight of Cup cards that I've ever seen from any deck. And for me, it shows that you've reached a place of emotional growth where you know exactly where you're headed to now and where you want to go. Okay? And because the Two of Cups was our first card, you want the golden partnership. This is the twin ray or the twin flame card in this deck. See the two golden cups? So even though we have the sacral card, the sacral color here of the second chakra, following our emotional wants and desires, these are two golden cups. We want this beautiful partnership of true love. We don't want it just based anymore on a sacral chakra connection, which is more a sexual, sensual connection. We want it also based on the higher love here. So the Two of Cups is telling you that you want a soul love connection. That's what I'm being told. And then with the Eight of Cups at the end and the Six of Wands in the middle, it can mean that you are needing to leave certain things behind in order to attain this. So let's look at the clarifying cards from the Lover's Path Tarot. So the clarifier to the Two of Cups is innocence, which is the Fool. And in this deck, it's about following your own personal pathway, your inner faith, and trusting in the divine universe to guide you where you need to go, to guide you in to these two cups. And then the clarifier for the Six of Wands is the Princess of Coins. So you absolutely want to bring something beautiful in here. And the Six of Coins, the Princess of Coins here, see how she's carrying the coin? It means she has much to bring to this union. The princess is in charge of her abundance. She feels abundant on the inside and the outside, but she's still a princess. She's not yet completely the Queen of Coins or the master of her world yet, but she's getting there, okay? And with the Six of Wands, I love it because she's creating what she wants. There's an amazing amount of creativity here. And the Six of Wands is a card of balance within the creative journey. So let's look at the clarifier here for the Eight of Cups. And I pulled two cards here. Transformation, which is death, and the Lovers, which in this deck is true love. Okay, so let's read this. And at the bottom, I also want to put the extra energies here from the Whispers of Love as well. Okay. So, the Fool card is directing you that to achieve the Two of Cups, this sacred partnership that you want. And this is about that sacred partnership within you as well. You want to be whole within so that you can bring in this sacred union outside of yourself. But that may also mean that for some of the people watching this video who picked this pile, that you need to walk away from a current relationship, that this current relationship is not that Two of Cups. It is not what you truly desire in your heart. Okay, so in this deck, the Two of Cups represents two different scenarios. One of being in the relationship of your dreams, but perhaps there's some more work or transformation that needs to happen in this partnership, and you're aware of it, that both of you are in a deep pathway of inner alignment and soul growth, and you're transforming from the inside out to recreate and recapture this love. So for those of you that are in a relationship where you're very well aware that this is the love of your life, your love life is transforming to a higher love together, okay? And the second group of you, you're aware that this love has gone as far as it can. It's not transforming into a higher spiritual love, and you've already, or you will be making the decision to leave it, to walk away from it, that you've already attained all of your cups and everything that you've been able to learn from this relationship. Okay, you've embodied the inner goddess or the inner god here. Okay, so there could be a journey here for some of you, and to come out of this relationship and transform into a new relationship, which is a relationship with yourself first, you have to go through the death of this current relationship you're in. For some, I feel it's a relationship you're presently in, but you're having a lot of feelings that you don't think this is the one you want to stay in, that you realize this is not the one. For others, you've just recently left someone and you're still perhaps recovering from that. You're still going through the emotions around it and transforming. You're going through the death of that. But you've walked away, and you've walked away from it feeling truly empowered. I love this card. I really love it, because she's taking, or he's taking, all of these cups with them. You have learned so much here around love, and that makes you ready to go to the 9 and the 10 of Cups and to truly embody the higher version of the 2 of Cups, which is the twin flame and the twin ray. Okay? For some of you too, the message I'm getting, for those of you that are single here, that you want the 2 of Cups. You really do. It's never left you, but you've been on a very strong journey solo. I'm getting another message of solo here. I had that in deck number 2 as well. You've been going through a lot of transformation and death of relationships throughout your lifetime, and that you may have even gone through a death of a loved one. You lost a husband or a wife, or you simply lost a very close relationship, a love relationship, and you've gone through so much in love, and you've had many loves leave you. And so the 8 of Cups can be a representation for those of you that are going it solo at this time, what I call self-partnered, which is where I am at this time in my life. I've made that choice until that true love shows up, okay? That you have all of this amazing cups behind you. And maybe it's been anywhere from 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 different loves that you've had to go through and you've said goodbye to that never worked. But every one of them made you stronger and gave you a cup, because all of those cups are standing, and you're not, in this card, she's not really walking away from them. She's standing in that rose, ruby red fire around her, where she has learned how much that pathway of love has taught her. You know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. She is the embodiment of the queen, of the mastery here. And so I do believe the Princess of Coins is becoming the Queen of Coins. but also the Queen of Cups, okay? And the last two messages here are slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold, okay? That's a beautiful message. And look at how there's a castle there in the background. There's two fishes swimming together. She is dreaming of this true love. She is dreaming of her castle. And with her is her true love right there. They're dancing together. I really feel like this is a journey into a beautiful, significant love relationship, because we have the Two of Cups. Here, even in the Fool card, there's two together, where it's the leap of faith that she's taking, but her muse or her angel is with her. There's divine guidance here. And with the love card, which is Isis, this is the myth of Isis, the goddess Isis, and Osiris, how she never gave up on her true love. Never. This is a beautiful lover's card. It's one of my favorite ones because it's the love story of Isis and Osiris and how their love lived throughout all time. And this is a beautiful love that your soul song is singing now and is striving for. And it's saying, slow down, take a rest. Your wish is being fulfilled. There's no need to rush. It's coming in and it's perfect timing. And in the meantime, count your blessings. And that's what you're doing with the Eight of Cups. You're recognizing that everything in life has a gift. And you're reaching out and you are taking with you every one of those gifts and every one of those blessings. This is a beautiful message. So let's look at the Animal Spirit Guide card here, and then we'll complete with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So your animal guidance is snake medicine, which is fire, the element of fire. And it's interesting because deck number 3 has some similarities to pile number 2. So if you weren't sure which of the two to choose, you may want to go back and listen to that one. Snake medicine is the medicine of transmutation and transformation. But in this deck, snake medicine is telling you that you're in an amazing time of transformation right now in your life, and everything that you want is coming to you. It's the guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. When it's in balance, it is prosperous, creative, and charismatic. When it's out of balance, though, it starts and stops many things, which I'm not getting here. To bring it into balance, though, practice yoga and meditation. Well, there we had that message in the beginning. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake, which is our creative life force, our kundalini, our shakti. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential that still lies within you. What would your life look like if you woke every part of you up? So the soul song is waking up that next level of your divine being here. I love this message, and I believe the next level here is the journey into this true love partnership. Well, I'm going to pause the video for a moment because I realized I did not pick a Queen of the Moon Oracle. Okay, so your message from the Queen of the Moon Oracle is blossoming. It is the flower moon. It is a full moon. I love this card. It is number 33, which reduces to a 6, the Lovers. And 33 is the Ascended Master realm. So a lot of Ascended Masters are helping you. Feel free to call on that divine higher guidance. And blossoming, one of the biggest messages here is that you have planted seeds long ago. and your garden is really growing. So please don't give up, because you are close to receiving what you want. You are really close to receiving your dreams here. That's what the blossoming means. But it does tell you and tell me that you've been on a very long journey here. But please slow down. Your time is very close, okay? And the serpent or the snake medicine also is one of the messages that something is close. It's not far away now. It's coming. Okay, so snake is a time of deep transmutation, where it's the world card in the tarot. Your world, you're reaching the world card, which is the end of the tarot. That could mean many different things in terms of timing. One, that could mean it will be at the end of the year. It will be December. Or maybe it will be New Year's Eve, even the last day. It could be a signification for the month of December. However, the full moon or the flower moon, I believe, is a summer moon. I'm going to look that up and put it in the description below, okay? I'm seeing it as what I'm getting here is it's the middle of the summer, like July, August, or the fall is what I'm picking up. So in one of these full moon energies, what you want, this true love energy, this soul song that you are wanting to bring forth is coming in. For pile number 3, though, I really feel strongly that this is most significant around bringing in love, that it's around a further blossoming of your relationship and your love life. And for those of you that are single, it's about a beautiful new love coming in, one that you have been praying for a very long time. And then for a smaller group of you, it's about diving simply deeper into your soul song, that maybe you're not sure if you're ready for this love to come in yet, but you want to deepen your own soul journey, and you want to develop the twin flame journey within yourself right now, bringing yourself more into inner alignment, and investing in all of the different tools out there to further your soul journey, and whatever that music is that is waiting to play through you. Okay? I love you all so very much, and I hope this message was helpful.